Welcome to Astro Cheaper Hindi channel.
where sometimes the most dangerous mission begins with a bride whispering, "Please don't let them marry me." I was hired to escort a princess. That was it. Simple job. Good payment. 3 weeks of travel across royal territory. Then hand the bride safely to her future husband at the imperial capital. Easy. At least, that's what I thought before meeting Princess Elira. The contract came through the usual mercenary channels. High-risk escort assignment. Royal client. Extreme confidentiality. Sword proficiency required. That last part surprised me. Most modern security teams used plasma rifles and drones. But some alien royal houses still respected traditional warriors, especially during ceremonial journeys. Apparently, the princess's family wanted honorable protection. Personally, I thought they were paying extra for decoration. Still, the credits were too good to refuse. 2 days later, I arrived at the Royal Transport Docks on Velis Prime. That's where I saw her for the first time. Princess Elira, silver ceremonial armor beneath dark royal robes. Calm posture, unreadable expression, the kind of beauty that makes entire rooms go silent without trying. Around her stood heavily armed royal guards preparing the escort convoy. One commander approached me immediately. "You are the human swordsman?" I nodded. "That depends. Are you paying on time?" He did not appreciate humor. Typical royal military type. He handed me a data tablet. "Your task is simple. Protect the princess until arrival at the imperial wedding ceremony." From what? Everything. That answer should have warned me. The journey began at sunrise. 3 armored transports, 2 escort speeders, 1 royal carriage module carrying the future bride of an interstellar political alliance. And somewhere in the middle of all that, me. At first, the trip remained painfully formal. The royal guards barely spoke. The commanders treated every road stop like a military operation. And the princess? Silent. Completely silent. I didn't hear her say a single word for almost 2 days. Then came the ambush. We were crossing the mountain trade routes near the outer cliffs when the first explosion hit. The lead escort vehicle vanished instantly. Enemy fire rained across the convoy from hidden ridge positions. Professional attack. Fast. Precise. The royal guards responded immediately, but the attackers already controlled the high ground. Chaos erupted everywhere. Smoke, gunfire, screaming engines. I drew my blade and moved toward the princess's transport, while soldiers exchanged plasma fire around us. That's when I noticed something strange. The attackers weren't targeting the princess. They were targeting the guards. Like they wanted the escort destroyed, not the bride. A masked attacker rushed toward the royal carriage. I intercepted him before he reached the door. Steel crashed against energy blades. The fight lasted seconds. He moved fast, too fast for an ordinary mercenary. When I finally disarmed him, he hissed something before retreating into the smoke. "She cannot reach the wedding alive." Then he disappeared. The convoy barely survived the attack. Half the guards were dead, 2 transports destroyed, and suddenly the simple escort mission felt very different. That night we camped inside abandoned ruins, while emergency repairs stabilized the remaining vehicles. Tension spread through the survivors. Nobody trusted the roads anymore. That's when the princess finally spoke to me. I was sharpening my sword near the outer firelights when she approached quietly. No royal guards nearby, no servants, just her. For several seconds, she watched silently, then softly said, "You fight strangely for a human." I glanced up. "You almost sound disappointed." A faint smile appeared briefly, then vanished. She looked toward the dark mountains surrounding us. They will attack again. Probably. You should leave before that happens. That surprised me. I'm being paid to protect you. Her eyes lowered slightly. That is why you should leave. Something about the way she said it felt wrong. Careful. Heavy. Then, finally, she whispered the sentence that changed everything. I do not want this marriage. The night suddenly felt quieter. I stared at her carefully. This is a political alliance, isn't it? Yes. And if you refuse, my family loses military protection. There it was. Not a wedding. A transaction. A royal sacrifice dressed in ceremony. I lean back slowly. So the princess runs away and starts a war. Potentially. And your solution is telling the hired guard. Unexpectedly, she laughed softly. First real emotion I'd seen from her. You are the only person who still looks at me like a person. That line hit harder than expected. For a moment, neither of us spoke. Then she asked quietly, if I asked you not to let them marry me, would you listen? Honestly, I should have refused immediately. Political, royal problems destroy mercenaries for fun. But something in her voice stopped me. Not arrogance, not rebellion, fear, real fear. And suddenly, I realized the truth. The princess wasn't trying to escape responsibility. She was trying to escape a prison. The next attack came 2 nights later. Much worse this time. The enemy struck during a canyon crossing beneath storm clouds. Explosions shattered the cliffs above us. Rock slides crushed the rear convoy. Royal guards died before they could even form defense lines. This wasn't random anymore. Someone powerful wanted the wedding stopped. And they didn't care how many bodies it required. During the chaos, the princess grabbed my arm suddenly. There's another route through the lower passes. You know these mountains? The princess moved surprisingly well across the rough terrain despite her royal upbringing. Eventually maybe because the way she looked at the wedding felt more like execution than marriage. Or maybe I just couldn't leave her alone anymore. Finally, I answered, because you asked me not to let them marry you. For several seconds, she said nothing. Then slowly, very carefully, she smiled. Not like a princess, not like royalty, just like someone seeing hope for the first time in a long while. Outside, thunder rolled across the mountains while soldiers hunted us through the valleys below. Inside the hidden shelter, a runaway alien bride, and the human swordsman hired to protect her, realized the journey had become something far more dangerous than an escort mission. And somewhere deep down, both of us already knew there was no going back. For more mind-blowing sci-fi stories like this, subscribe to Astro Cipher Hindi.